unfortunate that these are the type of men that black men are looking at online for guidance. Like, it's unfortunate that a Dusty even has the ability to have men following behind them. Like, this is what y'all think being an alpha male is, this dude right here. And that's unfortunate to me. Men can be anything in the world. I'm telling you, the sky is the damn limit. Matter of fact, it's unlimited. Y'all could be anything, and y'all turn around and choose to be men like this one. Fortunately for me, I don't have a lot of time to be entertaining Dusties, but let me tell you how I ended up in a back and forth with this dude on TikTok. I don't know who this dude is. He's just some random guy who decided to make a video, and a whole bunch of other Dusties just start tagging me in this dude video. So here's the backstory of what happened. About a month or so ago, I made a video after I saw a guy post about him being shot by one of his homeboys. Men will cut off their own penis before they hold other men accountable for shit.
Look, there goes some blood. It went down. Over my homie, my day one homie that I rock with. Y'all know who I rock with. That day one homie popped me over a shot that wasn't even his.
How is the caption on this video about unloyal females instead of his homeboy having a mental health issue? Whether a female is loyal or not isn't even the question here. Your homie tried to kill you, and this is the video that you make? Let's talk about your day one not understanding the bros before hoes code. Like, why is he out here trying to do something to you over a woman? Forget the fact that the chick was unloyal. Your own homeboy tried to unalive you over some woman, and you saying these women are the problem? No, your homie is the problem. Your homie need to seek a mental health professional if he think it's okay to try to unalive you over a woman. You don't see him trying to unalive that chick. Did he try to unalive that chick? That man been wanting to do something to you. That chick just gave him a reason. It gave him an excuse. He been thinking about doing that to you for a long time. So after I posted this, men were all up and through their feelings. It got stitched over and over again. Plenty of men were leaving their opinions. And then one guy said something along the lines of, I am generalizing all black men. Now, anyone with half of a brain knows that when I'm talking about black men and the negative behaviors that black men do, I'm talking about the black men that it applies to. If it doesn't apply to you, then I'm not talking about you. And if I'm not talking about you, that means that you are an exception to a rule, sweetheart. All you have to do is go into a predominantly black area and look around you, and you will see a lot of the things that I'm talking about that black men do is true, especially when it comes to single mothers. There are 4.5 million homes inside of the United States that are ran by single mothers. So when I say that this is a problem, I'm not exaggerating, and it's going to take more than single mothers fixing this problem. It's going to take men holding other men accountable. So I decided to respond to a comment that a man made about me generalizing black men. I was basically calling out black men for the same generalizations that they place on black women. Like, y'all generalize women who give it up to you easy as hoes, right? That's what you call women who actually like you and want to have sex with you. Y'all generalize those women. Or like y'all do single mothers. You want to pump and dump single mothers because you know they're not wife material, right? That's a generalization, sir. When I said that black men will cut their penis off before they hold another black man accountable, I meant what I said. I stand 10 toes in what I said. And most of the men who stitched the video of me saying that were absolute dusties. That's why y'all mad, because you guilty of the shit I'm saying y'all do. How many of y'all got a homeboy who a deadbeat dad? You know he don't take care of his kids, but you sit there and still be his homeboy. The reason why I made the video was because a man was complaining about how a woman was at fault for his homeboy shooting him. How in the world is a woman to blame for a man shooting his own friend? Women do not control men. We have no control over y'all. Y'all do what y'all want to do. But when you make a poor choice or one of your homies makes a poor choice for him, y'all blame women. You lack the ability to control yourself. You let all other outside forces control how you respond to what you are observing and experiencing. But somehow that's a woman's fault. No, y'all make them choices on your own. Women cannot control y'all, because if we could control y'all, y'all would behave a lot better than you do. So when I say something like this, I mean that shit. I don't stutter. Like, I was a dating coach for men for almost 20 years before I started giving relationship advice to women last year. So I'm not speaking from a place of hatred towards men. It's from experiencing men and talking to men and being around y'all and listening to y'all talk about the things that y'all do to women. It's just terrible. Men say that the reason why women have negative experiences with men is because we make poor choices in men. But you never apply that to yourself when you're making poor choices in women. You turn around and you generalize women. First, let me welcome you to my side of the internet. My name is Soncerae Monique. I'm a certified life coach for both men and women. I have a 50-50 audience, so I try to play fair with both genders. I want everyone to unify and produce loving unions. There's no gender war here. I promote positive perspectives and healthy debate, so be careful what you post inside of my comment section. It's okay to disagree, but have emotional intelligence and release toxicity elsewhere. Ladies and gents, straighten up. So instead of just doing self-evaluation, which is the smart thing to do, the Dusties decide to get upset, right? And then here comes this Dusty. Black men will cut their penis off before they hold another black man accountable.
Baby girl, who held you accountable when you got pregnant by a married man that you knew was married already? You're in no position to talk about accountability. Stay in your lane, behave like a woman, and stop talking down on black men. I guarantee you that your life will get a little bit better. Peace.
Suddenly, all of the Dusties are tagging me. All of the women are like, ew, gross. Who is this dude that's talking about you? I'm on the For You and Explore page, all over social media, everywhere, on Instagram, on TikTok, because it is Dusty, right? And I'm thinking to myself, why y'all want me to respond to this dude? Like, I have no interest in responding to this dude. Like, I don't care. Like, everybody got an opinion. Everybody always got something to say. I don't care what he has to say. I would first have to value him as a man in order for me to care about what he has to say. I do not feel like this man is relevant. It's no point in wasting my energy on responding to him. Meanwhile, I'm in Dallas in a 2-hour layover headed to Ohio. So I post this video in response to an entirely different comment. One thing men definitely have is the audacity. Listen, I may post some content that might be triggering to you, but as a black man, it is never an opportunity for you to insult me or assume you know my situation. So yes, I have 2 kids. But my daughter is 21 and she has an amazing father, and he's one of my closest friends. I've known him since high school, and I just gave him legal guardianship over my 4-year-old son in the event that something happens to me. I tell people all of the time, just because you broke up with someone doesn't mean that your relationship was a failure, and it doesn't mean that you have to hate that person because you two are no longer in a relationship. And a lot of people think, well, you made a poor choice if you had a baby by a man who didn't marry you. When you guys have to understand something, just because a man decided not to marry me doesn't mean he decided to marry another woman or that something is wrong with me. It could be something wrong with that man and his choices that he wanted to make for his own life. So you guys have got to stop blaming women when men don't marry them or the relationship doesn't work out. You don't know what happened in the situation. Even though the relationship between my son's father and I didn't work out, I don't consider that relationship a failure because I had my son. And a lot of people don't understand how difficult it was for me to conceive for such a long time. When my son was born, it was a miracle to me. So that relationship with his father still isn't classified as failure to me. And I think people look at women who have children as if their children are some kind of burden or baggage, or no. I absolutely love being a mom. I've always wanted to be a mom. Before my daughter was born, I wanted to be a mother. And being as though I'm not a wife, it doesn't dim the light of how much of a great mother I am. To me, being a great mom is an accomplishment. I know some women out there who are only having children because they have a husband and their husband wants it. They just wanted to be a good wife. And it's okay to want to be a good wife but not want to be a mother, or want to be a good mom and not want to be a wife. You know, that's just how life is sometimes. But I do want for black men to discontinue believing that because, you know, I didn't marry either one of my children's fathers, that there must be something wrong with me because I quote unquote made a poor choice in man. Nah, did it ever occur to y'all that these men made a poor choice by not marrying me? And honestly, I feel like both of them regret that. You know me, I be trying to keep it positive. I keep trying to keep things friendly. So I'm trying to tell people basically that you can co-parent and be cool, and you don't have to hate somebody that you used to be with. And inside of the comment section comes all of these comments about, have I slept with a married man? Did I have a baby by a married man? Did I ruin somebody's family? Am I a mistress? On and on and on. And I'm thinking, here we go again. Like, I have to talk about this every 3 months. This is not something new. I have to keep talking about this over and over and over and over again because some dusty somewhere who doesn't know how to read or didn't even bother doing proper research to know exactly what's going on, but they just believe any gullible thing that they heard some other person said without thinking on their own or doing what they need to do to figure out what the truth is. So I'm like sitting there like, okay, here we go with this stupid shit again. I want everybody to keep in mind, when you look at my relationship with my son's father, you could tell it was a real relationship. I wasn't this dude's side chick. I wasn't this dude's mistress. I wasn't none of that. But for some reason, the Dusties like to push that narrative because it's more entertaining. When they're trying to do a smear campaign or ruin my reputation, making it look like I'm comfortable with being a mistress and teaching other women how to be that sounds like a good thing to say to a Dusty because he wants other people to view me in a negative light instead of viewing me for who I am. So I'm aware of this, and I'm not trying to give any other Dusty the satisfaction of getting my negative energy, right? I don't even want to deal with that. So I just decide to respond the best way I can. All the perfect people out there know how to shift the narrative, don't they? Oh, you slept with a married man. You're a mistress. Did that make you feel better about yourself, sir? Are you going through that much pain and sadness? Oh, I wasn't just sleeping with, a married man. I wasn't just someone's mistress. I did some other freaking dinky sneaky shit. I'm gonna need for you to raise your hand if you never had sex before. Raise your hand. You over 21, ain't never had sex before. Raise your hand. I'm gonna need for you to raise your hand if you over 21 and ain't never made a poor choice in relationships or just in life in general. Raise your hand. Oh yeah, I dropped it like it was hot on that phallus. You know why? Because I was deeply in love and I thought I was gonna marry him. And no, he wasn't making all of these promises to be with me and that he was going to leave his wife. His wife was saying, oh, we already gone. We done. She was like, girl, go on have my husband. You can have him, girl. I'll love somebody else. Do I regret it? No, I do not. And I'm not going to let you or no other person make me feel bad about myself just so you can feel better about you. Boy, bye. I'm surprised I gotta explain this to the children again. Like, I don't got a whole video and a whole book about this entire situation. No, I didn't have a baby by some married man. I had a baby by somebody that I was in love with, that was in love with me, who led me to believe that his marriage was over. His wife led me to believe that their marriage was over. So no, I did not have a baby by a married man. Marriage is a behavior. In order for you to be married, you have to behave that way. You and your partner. See, legal marriage is not stopping people from sleeping with other people. Some people get in a relationship with somebody new while they're still married. There's plenty of people in this world who are still legally married to someone, but their behavior is not a married person. Being legally married is not stopping people from starting new relationships. There's this thing called separated that people do. And eventually, of course, after their separation, they did get legally divorced. But there are a lot of people out there who are legally divorced and still sleeping together. It's a shame that my son's father would put me in a position to have to explain this or to defend myself against people. That's the sad part, really. That's the really frustrating part about all of this, because I was a good woman, I was a nice woman, and I was doing the right thing. I didn't deceive anybody. I feel like it's my responsibility as a woman, as a life coach, as a businesswoman, as a public figure, to be honest with everyone about my situation. Now, you could try to, judge me or whatever. I don't care. But the truth of the matter is, I had a baby by a man who was behaving single, who had a wife who was behaving single. Okay, and them being legally married to each other no longer mattered to either of them, because if it did, neither one of them would have been sleeping with other people or encouraging each other to date or start a family with other people. So no, I didn't have a baby by a married man. I had a baby by a shit stain. Okay, I'm okay with a man not wanting to be with me, but I have an issue with a man not being a father, and he has no other kids. It ain't like he had kids with his ex-wife. He don't have no other kids. So this man's relationship status does not matter. You guys cannot keep using the fact that this man used to be married as an excuse for him not taking care of his only child. So you mean to tell me that I sat here and I made this positive video telling people that they can have a cordial situation and healthy co-parenting situation with someone that they used to be with, all right? Because I've done it, right? In the video, I'm telling people, you don't have to hate someone after you break up with them. And I also said that if a relationship ends, it doesn't have to be classified as failure, basically, because of what you learned or what you benefited from the relationship, even if you two didn't get married. Now, this is a positive video, right? Which I do a lot of positive content, right? But instead of people listening to the positive message that I'm giving out so they can clear their energy and not be bitter, instead of y'all listening to the message thoroughly and hearing what I'm saying, you guys are in the comment section asking me, is it true that your son's father was married? Did y'all just miss the whole point? And of course, it's typical black men. Because see, let me tell you something. Black men feel so comfortable with pushing false narratives or fake narratives or anything that could be hurtful in a black woman's face. It's like y'all gotta hurt a black woman. And that's weird to me, because out of all of the positive content I made for black men never supported that content. Years on top of years on top of years, I did positive content for black men because I was so supportive of black men. And y'all did not support me in return. Not even then. Any of the positive content I post on my TikTok today, y'all don't go like it. Y'all don't go share it. And it's for y'all. Positive stuff for black men. Y'all never share it. Last week, I posted 3 TikTok videos for black men in support of black men. They barely made 100 views. And I pushed 6-digit views on this channel. You know why it didn't go far? Because black men don't like it. They don't like positive content made for them by women. Y'all like to comment on negative stuff. Y'all like to comment on anything that black women are saying that's negative about you. If it's something negative about a black woman, you write in the comment section, liking and sharing. Y'all just backwards. Y'all are so backwards. And it's terrible to me. And I just want to be done with it. So that's why I started making content for women. Because black men do not support me. So then I go film all day because I'm filming for the 2nd season of Tonight's Conversation. So I go film and do what I need to do. I'm working all day. I come back to my room. It's like 12:30 at night, right? I'm looking at all of these comments and it's still the same craziness inside of my comment section. I'm seeing all type of troll accounts that I'm having to block and all types of stuff. Shit just getting real stupid, right? And really, all I want to do is just let it go, keep it moving. I ain't trying to go back and forth with nobody, but everybody just wants me to respond to this Dusty. It's like, that's all I keep seeing inside of my comment section. People wanted me to respond to this Dusty. And I'm like, I do not want to deal with this dude. I'm not interested.
I think one of the hardest lessons I had to learn as a human being was that you could give people some information about yourself and you got to be okay with how they respond to it. You know, you got to be confident enough in who you are as a person and accept yourself and realize, you know, you're doing the best that you can as a person. And as long as you're doing that, regardless of how people respond to it, you'll be all right. You know, you'll be okay. Because there are going to be people out there who don't like you. It's going to be people out there that love you. Because everybody got a tribe. And I realized that last night while I was out having drinks at a Mexican restaurant. I was in the restaurant with Ace Metaphor. It was like 30 of us in there, all like-minded people, all come from different backgrounds. All of us have made mistakes, and all of us are successful. We're all life coaches, and we're having a good time with life. But I want people to understand is that when you got people who don't like you because of a mistake you made, or they want to throw that stuff in your face that you told them about yourself, those just not your people, and that's okay, you know? You're just not gonna vibe with some people, and that's okay. Like, if it's not your vibe, keep scrolling, you feel me? Listen now, you have a responsibility as one of my viewers to tag me in some shit that is worth me replying to. You can't tag me in something that someone says about me and expect me to turn around and do a stitch about it when I feel like it's not worth my energy and it's no point in responding. Somebody tagged me in something of some man somewhere being hateful, and men are hateful often. So he's not the first person to make a negative video about me. It's nothing unique about what he's doing, right? So I'm getting tagged and I'm telling this one guy, I am okay with men expressing their opinion. Like, I'm not the woman that has an issue with that. If I was bothered every time a man had an opinion about me, look, I'd be unstable mentally, emotionally. I'd be somewhere depressed. I can't factor in everybody's opinion of me. I get to choose what's relevant to me, just like you do. So I'm telling this guy this, and he's getting frustrated with me because I don't want to respond to some video some guy has made about me. The bottom line is I'm not bothered. It's okay. I didn't come on social media with like this soft skin. I have self-control, so I get to choose how I respond to people. So if someone who's committed to misunderstanding me has made up in their mind that I'm the type of person that doesn't take accountability, there's nothing I could say that would make them feel like I take accountability for what I post or how I live or the poor choices I've made in life. So it doesn't matter what I say, sweetheart. So it doesn't matter how I respond. Because regardless to what I say, the person who feels negatively about me has made up in their mind that they know who I am, even though they've never met me, never sat down and had a conversation with me. Most times don't even understand me as a person. But hey, I let them think what they think. I don't waste my time trying to convince anyone of anything. I allow people to think whatever they want to think and say what they want to say, because at the end of the day, I'm going to say what I want to say, and I'm going to think what I want to think, and I'm going to stand 10 toes in what I said and or did, regardless to how you feel about it. That's Soncerae. I mean, sorry. Matter of fact, not sorry.
So then I leave my hotel room. I go film. I'm filming all day. Remember, it's 4 days of filming. So I'm filming and Right when I get back to the hotel, it's the same foolishness. And I'm like, oh my God. Everyone's asking me, who's the married man? Where's the married man? Who's the married man? Where's the married man? I'm like, oh my Lord. Like, right? So people are like, well, we're your audience. We deserve a response. We deserve to know what's going on. And boom, boom, boom. So I was like, okay, let me introduce you to my married man. So I showed them a collage of pictures of us together on Instagram. And so then I started getting a whole bunch of emails and stuff from side chicks and wives and mistresses and all types of women, dating married men, women who just broke up with a married man, women who've been dating a married man for 6 and 7 years, wives who have known that their husband has a mistress but ain't even told their husband that they know. I mean, all types of women just hit me up in my inbox, right? So then in comes this chick, and I'm thinking, why are you sending me this? I don't care. I'm like, sis, I would not date a man who doesn't take care of his kids. Like, I feel for you, honey, because you really don't understand how much torment I went through with this man. I would never feel some type of way that he's now with you. I'm happy for you, honey. I'd rather him be another chick problem. This is not the first chick that done sent me a picture of her and Priest or with Priest with another woman, right? So I'm like, I don't know why women are, I don't know, purposely trying to make me feel some type of way, but it's seriously not working, because all I care about is whether or not he's taking care of his son, and we all know the answer to that is he's not. So like, if it don't have nothing to do with my son, why are you reaching out to me? This is what I'm thinking in my mind, but I'm just like, you know what, I wish you the best. Congrats to you. I'm happy for you. You want to keep your standards low, feel free. There's nothing I can do about that. People out here ask me weird ass questions like where I used to work. Do I live in a mansion? Do I rent all my cars? Have I conned and scammed people? People talking about me faking my death so I can get money off GoFundMe, and how people didn't get their money off GoFundMe. And I'm like, where's this GoFundMe money at? I didn't create a GoFundMe for no funeral expenses. Not me, not my team, not my family, nobody. So whoever, started this GoFundMe, they got y'all good. Y'all should have checked first. I still have yet to see this fictional GoFundMe, but I never asked for donations. I never got a cent for funeral expenses or anything. Someone said that it was posted on my YouTube of me asking for donations for my son after I passed away. And I'm like, I don't even know what the fuck was happening once I logged off of the internet, because once I saw that the rumor was spread that I committed suicide, I bounced. Like, I threw my phone away. I went and got me a new iPhone. I was Android before that. I went and got me a new iPhone. I went and deleted everybody's phone number. I disconnected myself from the world for 5 months. So I don't know what the fuck was going on my social media profiles until I came back and saw the foolishness that was posted up. And still to this day, I have no idea who started the rumor, no idea who sent out like this email to a whole bunch of content creators, and the first content creator to spread such a vicious lie and rumor was Nyla Says. So I'm like, yo, I've been through this. I talked about this for years. This is not new. All of this, did you have a baby by a married man, and all of this, were you homeless and living in a motel and renting cars and all of this stuff, all of these little conversations and rumors and stuff. I done been talking about this for such a long time that at this point, it don't even bother me no more when people bring it up. I decided to write a book about it. I wrote it inside of the book. So it's just like to see people who haven't read my book and they think I'm just hiding this type of lifestyle from everybody. And I didn't tell everybody that I was homeless or that I had a baby by a married man or all of this stuff that I've been said to the world. It was just weird to me to have to experience that on TikTok. And then these men were complaining about the fact that I was promoting my book as if I've been promoting my book any harder than I have any other day I've been promoting the book. So it was just too much. It was like, this is just goofy at this point. Ooh, let's expose her. These Dusties thought they was gonna win. Oh, let's expose her for sleeping with a married man. Oh, you thought you was the first person to say something, Dusty? Oh, people been talking about that. Oh, this old news, bruh. I talk about this in my book, and if half of you Dusties actually knew how to read, you'd know that. Thank ya. Books on books on books. Books on books on books on books on books. And more books and more books? Thank you for ordering my books. Books on books on books, books on books, books on books on books. The ladies always gonna come through for me. Thank you, sis. That's the support I'm talking about. They're like, oh, look at her bad Amazon reviews. I actually talk about the people who left the bad reviews. I talk about them in the book that they left bad reviews on. Oh, so I shouldn't be giving relationship advice and I shouldn't be a life coach. You will never be in a position to tell me what I should be doing with my own damn life, bruh. My goals and dreams in life are as follows. I made mistakes. I'm gonna make sure women don't do them. The end. Y'all want to check a college-educated woman's credentials, but then you turn around and you listen to a Dusty who looks like he got his credentials from a correctional facility. Y'all are so gullible. It's so easy for people to just walk all over you and tell you anything. See, what I teach people to do is actually think first. Do the proper research, not just listen to gossip. Try to figure out what somebody's motive is when they are saying something negative about somebody else. I said black men will cut off their phallus before they hold another black man accountable. And what happened all weekend? Y'all dragging me for having a baby by a married man, but did it ever occur to y'all to contact this married man? Oh, so it's not the married man's fault though. Oh, but I should have known better, right? Where's the videos of y'all holding this man accountable for what he did to me and his wife? This man ain't even met his own child. This man only pays $264 a month for his own seed, his only child. And not one black man thought that they needed to check his ass for being an absent father. Not one. There are 4.5 million homes inside of the United States that are ran by single mothers. Who are impregnating these women? That Dusty. You Dusties are mad because what I said about y'all applies. You don't hold other men accountable. You blame women for everything. How many times have I held women accountable for stuff? All on my profiles, everywhere. Men act like they don't even see that stuff. All her videos are bashing men. That's not true. Women out here calling me a pick-me and a mammy when I defend y'all. Where y'all at in their comment section? Are y'all in there defending me? No. Black men are exactly what I said black men are. Spread rumors, lies, don't take care of their kids, get incarcerated, don't get education, don't go out there and get your bread together, promiscuous as hell. Let's unpack that. Let's get to the real nitty gritty. Of course, it's not all black men, but the men that aren't like that is part of your problem too, because it's enough men who are like that that are making it a problem for all y'all. So when I make content for women, talking to women about men, ask yourself, where were you when I was making content for men, supporting men? Sweetheart, if you ever try to make me jealous, it ain't never gonna be sending me a picture of you with my ex. That does not work. No, ma'am. Oh, I done dropped my goddamn. You should fell in my lap. 5-second rule, 5-second rule. Girl, once I make up in my mind and I don't want to do no more, he done. Like, that's it for him. You know what I mean? Like, ain't nothing he could do that make me feel like, you know what I mean? Like, I really don't care. Like, I'm the person, like, once I decide I don't love you no more, I don't circle back. I don't do makeup, breakup, over. I don't do that. I try to tell y'all, like, getting back with your ex is like putting dirty drawers on after you done washed your ass. You just got out the shower. Why you putting them dirty ass drawers on? Go put you some clean drawers on, man. I don't have a jealous bone in my body. That's why it was easy for me to be polyamorous. You know what I mean? Because I don't have that feeling. Like, I don't feel like somebody else's light dims mine. I just feel like, oh, what's up? It's two people full of light in the room. It's never like, oh, now I gotta dim myself because this person is quote unquote better or has something I don't. I don't feel that. And if my ex is trying to make me jealous, he might want to choose a chick that's better than me. Like, she gotta have more success than me, more education than me. She has to look better than me. She has to be, you know, maybe I feel some type of way. Maybe I'm always look at a chick crazy that's with my ex and be like, girl, I could never. It's a lot of women out here crying over a man when he can't even do better than her. Yeah, he left, but he can't do better than you. Like, he's struggling. Honestly, if I break up with a dude, like, something was terribly wrong. Even if he broke up with me, or something was terribly wrong up in that relationship. I would never want a man that don't love me. Like, once a man show me he don't love me, I don't love him no more. It almost drains from my body. I don't beg for men. I don't be like, please, please, please take me back. Or I don't jump through hoops trying to be what I think a man wants or trying to make him like me. No, when you beg for a man or try to be what you think a man wants, it's just a sign that you feel like you're not worthy as you are. A man who's really digging you, he needs to like you for who you are, not for what you can give him. And it's the same thing for men. Please keep in mind that I am a certified life coach, meaning I've been trained, meaning I did the research, I did the studies, I did what I needed to do to be able to be a life coach. I made a lot of mistakes in my life, and I want to teach women to not make those mistakes. That's what I've been doing. That's what I've always been doing. Just any lesson that I've learned, I've tried to get people to value those lessons as well and apply those lessons to their lives so they won't experience the hurt and pain that I have experienced. Everything can be viewed in two different ways, a negative perspective or a positive perspective. You get to choose how you respond to what you are observing or what you experience. If you respond to everything negatively, you will have an unfulfilled life. If you look at the world from a positive perspective, you will notice that most people aren't trying to purposely harm you. Understanding that not everyone is out to get you improves how you communicate with others. You'll start to cultivate better relationships. Please keep it clean inside of my comment section. I appreciate that. Have vision and stay focused.
Turns into sweet dream.